This is a very special episode that goes out to all the people that have hustled through the coronavirus situation and that have spent their time in quarantine, staying home, staying safe, and thankfully maintaining social distance. Regardless of how sad and how miserable that situation was, to many people this was probably some of the most beautiful moments of their lives. Many people discovered that they had bigger families. Many people discovered that they never had such conversation with their families, with their parents and their sons and their daughters. Many people discovered new talents. Some people discovered that they like painting. Others discovered that they like to play with puzzles. Others discovered that they simply like vlogging and going on YouTube or Instagram and whatnot. And others have discovered podcasts, like myself. And others have discovered their talent for public speaking, for example. So many people went and diversified in a lot of places. And this is the critical time when you start working on these new branches, which you've recently discovered. Every single person will probably be branching out right now and trying to reach out to people, trying to record their episodes, or trying to paint more paintings, or trying to play more piano, or learn more piano. You're all trying to maintain what you discovered back in the corona situation, at least at the peak of the corona situation. So many of you will probably be going through this phase of giving up. So what does that mean? Our energy levels are always peak when we start something. For example, when I started this podcast, the amount of energy that I had, I would think about the podcast at all times. Like I imagined a different reality. I imagined a reality where I'm on the radio. And that's very normal. That's you thinking bigger than yourself, because as we spoke on other episodes, and we will speak in more episodes, visualization and the fact that you can imagine a reality that's bigger than yourself is extremely positive. So there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is that energy levels start to slowly fall down and deteriorate. So what does it mean? As you start going on with your life and sharing your work with your friends and families, you're slowly going to receive criticism. And more often than not, you're going to receive more criticism than support. And because you're going through that, and because not many people understand what you're doing, and many people don't stand where you stand, they simply don't get what you're trying to do. You will feel as if you're very lonely. Not lonely in the sense that you don't have friends, lonely in the sense that you're alone and this challenge and this adventure that you're trying to go through. In that situation, you will realize that your energy levels are going to start dropping. And most of us will go through that. I went through that a few days back. And whenever you start going through that phase, you will always ask yourself a single question. And the question is a very dangerous one, because if you answer it in the wrong way, that's a decision made forever. And it's very hard to go back. And the question is this: is this for me? And this question can either break it or make it happen. When you ask yourself, is this for me? You're judging the whole talent, the whole hobby, the whole new adventure on a temporary feeling of feeling lonely, of not getting enough support, or of perhaps failing in one of your tries, in one of your experiences. But the point is that I'm trying to say, don't you ever make a decision in such a situation. The simple thing that's happening, and in very brief words, your body is trying to fight it. You didn't get the support that you expected. You're not going through the same phases as you imagined, because you probably imagined a reality that's way bigger than yourself. And the fact that you're not going through the exact same imaginations or the exact same expectations, your body starts to fight it. And at that point, you will ask yourself the question, is this for me? And my advice is this: I need you to do me a favor, and I need you to find whatever it is that keeps you going. Anything that keeps you on the right track, get it and put it in front of you. So what does that mean? Something that keeps me going and motivates me is little tiny papers on the wall that simply have motivational messages. So for example, every day I feel a new feeling and I write it up. So today I was just feeling like I'm about to lose some energy, and I wrote down, everything is difficult at the start. Don't give up. And then 2 days back, I realized that I was mixing my work with my gaming time, with my sleep time, with my personal time, with my reading time. And I simply wrote up a paper and I said, a balanced lifestyle is key. And so many people would think that these are perhaps redundant or useless papers, but for me, they truly keep me on the right track. Now, I don't know what it is for you, but I need you to put some time and effort to discover it. But the biggest thing I want you to take from this very short episode is this: the day that you ask yourself, is this for me? You could look at it from two directions. It's either you look at it as that question that simply marks the drop of your energy, or the question and the moment that marks the biggest growth you've been going through in so long. The fact that you're asking yourself that question just means that your body is trying to repel an extremely new experience, an extremely new person. And the mere fact that that's happening, that's fantastic. That means you are succeeding. That means whatever it is that you're doing, you're halfway there. And that means you've just got to persevere through this little experience and this little battle. And the moment you do, you will win the overall war. There's no way you're losing with your commitment. So please, I urge you, whenever you get to that point, do not drop whatever you're doing. Keep it going. This is the test question that you're going to have. And please, please, please answer it in the right way and find what keeps you on the right track. Find it and keep it around you. Thank you so much.